If you're an independent biker, maybe you wear a lone wolf, no club, 3-piece patch. The clubs might got you thinking you're not in any type of danger whatsoever. That's 50-50. Wear a California rocker in Mongol territory or a rival club support t-shirt in Cincinnati around the Iron Horsemen. Go past an Outcast MC in a pack and see if nobody cares. Today we're going to talk about the dangers of riding as an independent. Let's get into it.
We run the night, we run the night, run.
Big shout out to the Ghosts and the Ghost sets. I'm Sos the Ghost. This is Demon's Row. I get comments about this stuff more than anything on the internet. The independent rider and his relationship with the clubs. A lot of people, rightly so, feel like clubs have no say-so in their life. And I understand that theory. But let's talk about some of these dangers that do exist for the people that think that nothing could happen. Point of view. You're riding through Georgia when an Outcast MC pack rolls past you. You're minding your business. Then the trolls in the comments put a battery in your back. I could just pass these dudes. Nobody's gonna give a fuck. It doesn't matter. They believe there's people that do this and slide in the formation. Ain't nobody gonna care. There's people like this that jump into a formation. At first, nothing happens. Then you notice one rider keeps looking back at you. A few seconds later, a road captain or sergeant pulls back, sees your dumb ass riding behind them. Then somebody starts waving you out of the formation. Now you're wondering, what did you do wrong? The trolls that put the battery in your back, they're not going to be riding beside you. They're not telling the pack that you're just an independent rider. They're not going to explain to them that it's okay for you to jump into formation because you don't got club colors on. And I'm not saying that this stuff is right or wrong. I'm just saying the danger out there exists. So if you're riding out here, don't just jump in someone's pack, especially an outlaw motorcycle club. If you saw that viral video of the Outcast MC member yelling at an independent rider for passing him. If you watch that clip, one guy, that's a bad day. If it wasn't, if it was a whole pack, anything is possible. These motorcycle club formations, they don't know your skill level. So when you jump into a pack, they're looking at it like you could take one of their brother's lives. Because factually, if you don't know how to ride, you can take their life. In this culture, just because there's an opening doesn't mean it's your place to fill it. Let's talk about the point of view of riding through California as an independent biker. What are some problems you can find yourself in? You're not part of a motorcycle club. The Mongols, Hells Angels, Vagos, Chosen Few, Thunder Guards, they shouldn't have issues with you. You're not a rival. You're just another biker trying to enjoy California like thousands of other independent riders every single day. But here's where people go wrong, and I get these emails all the time. You start listening to the web. Some dude with a profile picture of a skull tells you, bro, you could throw a California bottom rocker on your vest if you're not in the club. As long as you don't have all the other club stuff, you could throw California, you'll be fine. That's crazy. Yeah, they're gonna know you're not in the club, but certain clubs will tell you to take it off. And it's like, what do? You order the rocker, stitch it onto your vest. Now you're feeling yourself. You pull into a gas station. You look over. You see a bunch of bikers in that mood. Man, if you've ever been in a pressure cooker situation, pull up in a spot wearing some shit you're not supposed to and be by yourself because you're a lone wolf. And you have to deal with that type of situation, have those type of conversations. And these dudes that tell you to wear it, they're not going to stand next to you and explain why it's on your back. They're not going to throw the blows for you. If they tell you to take that shit off, they're not going to be the ones that stand up for you. They're busy in another video in another comment section. You'll be standing there talking about something you never should put on. The California rocker or any state rocker ain't just a piece of leather. The Mongols, Hells Angels, Vagos, these clubs have went to war over these patches. So when you just throw it on, listen, I'm not saying that it's a cool thing or it's a good thing or it's my rules. I didn't make this shit up. This is just how the streets work. Being independent doesn't erase this stuff. So when people ask me, are independent bikers in danger in California? My answer is no, but if you're a knucklehead, it can be a yes. Most independent riders will never have a problem because most of them don't create one. But the second you start throwing territory on your vest, don't act surprised when someone wants to know why it's on your vest. Next stop, Colorado. Point of view. You're a lone wolf. You're rolling through Colorado. Sons of Silence territory. But you're good. You're indie. You're fine. Nobody cares that that you're there. The Suns have been out there for decades, but that has nothing to do with you until you let the internet build your vest. One clown online tells you, bro, patches don't mean nothing no more. Throw on whatever you want. This is the classic line right here. This is America. You're independent. Can't nobody tell you what to wear. So you hop online or you go to an event and you see all these patches being sold. They got diamonds, rockers, position patches, all that shit. Support style patches you thought looked cool. Truth is, most people don't know what half of them mean. I'm telling you, Indian night, you ride through Colorado, you see them Mongols, you see them Sons of Silence, you pull into a gas station and you think that there's not going to be a problem if you put on a diamond or some type of territory or any type of patch that only outlaws wear. Because you're independent, you think that it doesn't apply to you. You will find out that that's not how life works. Clubs like the Sons of Silence, the Mongols went to war over this patch 20 years ago, allegedly. In motorcycle culture, a lot of patches carry meaning. If you don't know what you're putting on your back, don't be surprised when shit comes back to bite you. Don't be surprised when someone tells you to take it off. Should it be like this? No. Most independent bikers ride for years, never have an issue because they ride as themselves. But there are indies that get told to take patches off. Don't get it twisted. Here's a point of view. You're an independent biker rolling through Florida. You ain't in the MC. You're not looking for problems. Clubs like the Warlocks and the Outlaws have been out there for multiple decades. So the last thing you want to do is wear something that's going to make people think that you're representing something you're not. So I got an email about a dude that ran a Nomad bottom rocker. Stupid thing to do. He thought that being a nomad means basically that you have no friends. In MC culture, a nomad is a member of an outlaw club in a nomad charter. I was a nomad for years. So you order that patch, stitch it on your vest. Now you're riding around like you thinking you cracked the code because a bunch of strangers in the comment section told you that they know more motorcycle club culture than SOS. Go ahead, have at it. You pull into a gas station and before you even make it to the front door, you notice they start staring at you. Remember what I told you. When they press you in that moment, your next answer will put you in grave danger. You are in shaky waters. The trolls who put the battery in your back ain't gonna stand next to you. Nomad ain't just another patch you throw on your back because you're independent. You might get away with a little tab. You throw that shit as a bottom rock on your back, you are in muddy waters. The patch means something to the people wearing it. In this culture, patches don't do the talking. Sooner or later, the man wearing them has to. And I'm only telling y'all this because I want you to win. Now let's talk about the point of view. You got a Lone Wolf No Club patch on your back. 3-piece Lone Wolf No Club. You're in Pittsburgh, pagan territory. So you ain't got to worry about nothing, right? Or at least that's what the comment section told you. They got you believing as long as you put No Club on your vest, everybody's just going to leave it alone. I got to tell you, once you throw that 3-piece patch on, you are putting yourself in club territory. You pull up in a gas station, if it's a 1% there that decides he doesn't want you wearing that, he will tell you to take it off. A 3-piece patch is motorcycle club shit. Throwing a Lone Wolf No Club on is the opposite of being in a motorcycle club. Now, it doesn't automatically mean everybody's gonna see it. It doesn't automatically mean you're gonna have an issue, but it's possible. Depending on who's riding and who's around, you might never have a problem. Or somebody might stop you and want you to take it off. At the end of the day, it's your choice. I'm not telling you what to do. You roll the dice. You're a grown man. You built like that. You do what you gotta do. But is it really worth it to have problems with clubs that have reinforcements? It's just you. Does that patch really mean that much to you? You have to make that decision. Now, let's talk about a point of view. You're riding through Philly. You see a bunch of horrible people. Philadelphia Eagles fans. I'm joking. You decide to stop at a biker bar. You walk inside and realize it's packed with Wheels of Soul members. Or whatever club. You're not in the club. You're good, right? Nobody's bothering you. Nobody even notices you're there. Here's where the danger lies. You walk over to that table like you've known these dudes your whole life. What chapter y'all from? Who's y'all president? Are y'all recruiting? 5 minutes ago, you were just another dude drinking a beer. Now you're acting like the police in their eyes. Just because you're an indie, do you really think that you can't get your ass handed to you? Pause. When you say something that's pausable, do you really think because you're an indie, you're not going to get washed up for something like that? Clubs like the Wheels of Soul have been in this culture for decades. And I'm not saying these clubs are out to get you, but if you go into a biker bar and you're going up to them, you're causing the issue. You're the one asking for the problem. This is a good rule of thumb in general in any situation. Don't get too comfortable. Just because you walked in the front door, don't mean you're going to walk out. In this culture, questions are very dangerous depending on the scenario. It's measured. In this culture, Q&A really isn't a thing. Now let's talk about wearing support in another territory. You're riding through Cincinnati. You're wearing a support shirt of another motorcycle club. And this is indie. You're not in a club. You don't even support that club. You just like this shirt. You went to an event and you thought it was a cool shirt. What you don't know is you just rolled into Iron Horsemen territory in Cincinnati, wearing the support gear of one of their rivals. This is how a lot of independent riders get caught slipping. They go to a motorcycle rally, a swap meet, or an event somewhere across the country, walk past a merch booth, see a support shirt they like, buy it, throw it in the closet like it's all good wherever they go. I'ma tell you, it's not. Now, do a lot of diamonds not care? And they'll say, he ain't a club member. Some don't care. Some will do something. And I know you might think it's just a t-shirt. To somebody else, that might represent something a whole lot different. And think about it like this. In those rivalries, there's people that lose their lives. So realistically, when you're wearing that, you're saying, I support the people that may have bodied your cousin or your brother or something like that to a rival club member. In my opinion, if you're wearing support, somebody's kid, sister, brother, cousin, you run with them. If there was a problem that they had, you would be involved with the problem too. If you're not around the club, you should not wear it. Why are you wearing support? You're not a member of that club. If you want to support the club, you could buy it, throw it up in the room. You can still support them in that way, but if you wear it riding around, things are definitely going to happen. So I hope you got something out of that. Share this with a brother that is hard-headed and doesn't understand that just because he's an indie, everywhere you go is not Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I said this before. Hit that subscribe button if you're into MC culture content. I got another video where I talk about the point of view riding in the most dangerous places in the United States as a person that is either going to start a club there or is in a club and is traveling out of the state. Jewels upon jewels in that video. It'll be linked above. And thank you for tuning in to Demons Row TV, the holy grail of MC culture. Like, subscribe, and comment. And oh yeah, we ghosting, baby.